the Death Star, and a couple days after a holiday, you kind of have to get back in the grooves. But I did finish the Tamiya Gray. That's the darker gray for basically the base coat of all the panels on the Death Star. And now I'm ready to go and do the light gray with Vallejo. And I may change this up just a tad. This is going to basically be the color around the Death Star itself. But I may take a little bit of Tamiya light gray, and I don't have it handy. I may miss a couple panels just to break up the monotony. But anyway, pretty much ready to do that, and this will probably be more of a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so I can actually. It's hard for me to paint during the week. I like the weekend. I can sit and paint, and that way I can. If anything problem with the airbrush, I can fix it then and there and have time to do it. But anyway, painting will probably be on the weekend, so I'm kind of going to take a little bit of a break on it, just because it's more painting. There ain't just no good way to do the lights around here. Just no way, to paint it through the week. It's always been that way ever since I started building models. Weekend was always painting day for some reason. But anyway, we'll get the other color on it very, very soon. The Supernatural Impala. So I went and I just basically made a pencil mark, made it a 4-door. I gotta finish. I gotta scrape off the excess plastic that I used, and what I did is I didn't scribe. And it's just basically an illusion, and it's pretty deep, just like the door here. And I used Mr. Dremel with a cutting disc, and just on the first setting, and just scored it, just get it deep enough, and then I'll take a little bit of sandpaper and knock off the extra plastic that burnt through it. Did it on this side, just as deep as the other side, and we should be ready to go. Really, after that, after I get the plastic off, I just got to shoot it more with primer, make sure I get everything primered. I sanded the hood, and we are good to go. One thing about the Mr. Dremel here, I actually bought that Dremel at a garage sale, and it was kind of like dusty, dirty, but it had had charger, everything. It was like $10. I'm like, all right, I'll buy that. And now I have 2 minis, because that's how we like to roll around here. We like to have 2 of everything for some reason. But anyway, you can never have enough Dremels. But anyway, I thought that was a good buy. That was years ago. I remember that for some reason. But anyway, that's just a little side story. The MBT. I haven't done the stretch yet. I wanted to get the wheels on, and I started doing the double wheels. And now you notice it's crooked, and it is because I didn't get it straight when I put it on. But anyway, the wingback here is a little crooked, which that ain't a big deal. I just gotta pop it to the side and add a little more glue in it. But anyway, I wanted to get the wheel in. I kind of tacked them in, and of course when I tack them in, they usually harder and harder to break apart. But anyway, if they are crooked, it will be just minute, and then once you get it on the ground here, you won't be able to really tell. But it'd be like that. I don't know. I really tried to read, but I don't understand why the torpedo bombers had dual wheels. I guess I don't know, with the load of the torpedo that was mounted on it for some reason, and I guess the single wheels couldn't hold it. I don't know. I just taking a wild guess. But anyway, there's that. One thing I did, and I was just tacking them on because I got to pull them off this little rail there. I got to put that back on the other side, and it's one of those trial and error here, because it does fit, but you got to make it work. But anyway, that's what I'm doing on that so far. But anyway, MBT is going to get its landing gears hopefully this week, and then we'll be able to start adding a little bit more, because I like to get the boxes off the table so I get all the parts on. But anyway, there is that. The Crazy Horse. This will probably be a little boring. I did get that decal on. I got the back decal on. This is my squirrel decal. And now I'm back to my second squirrel decal, and that's the ones right here. It's basically 5 pieces. I got 2 of them on, or excuse me, the 4 pieces. I got 2 there on the tray that I actually cut them out, put them in water, and then I turned the camera on, which I probably shouldn't have done, but hopefully I remember to put them on real quick, and then I'll be ready to go on to the next one. So I'm going to try to finish that, and then try to do that one today or tomorrow. And I think I'm somewhat done with the top. I think what I'm going to do is I'm basically down to like little decals that go on the back here. I think what I'm going to do is finish up the Aztec ones, flip it over, and I basically want to go through and plow all the Aztec decals on for the saucer and the secondary hole. That way I'll get rid of all the bulk decals, and I go back in and do the little ones, which take a little bit longer to do. But anyway, there's that. One thing I had to do, and since I wasn't painting the Death Star, I went ahead and masked off the Grand Torino, and I just took some. Let me show you some. You see how it's painted silver on one side? It's painted silver on one side till you get to the fender. They didn't paint that. It must be a collectible variant is what I assume it is. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. Mass-produced painting. But anyway, wheels are masked, the bumpers are masked, and the windows. So what I'm going to do is put some paper towel, and I'll shove that in there. I really won't be able to paint the seats or anything. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get, for example, some acrylic paint. I'll probably get whatever the and I got to look at the reference pictures, see what color the seats are, and I'll just make a really thin wash, and I'll just gobble wash in there, and it should at least change the color of the inside. It won't have so much tan, but that's about best I can do, because I really can't pop these off because these are riveted. I mean, I probably could, but last time I tried to do it, I would have broke it, and I don't want to do that. So we're just going to leave it and try to get the interior as best we can. But anyway, there's that. So that'll probably be primered when I primer that, and that'll probably be in there too. So that's what I've got going on today. So anyway, that is it. So we are continue on decals with the Crazy Horse, masking the Grand Torino. Death Star will be getting hopefully painted by this weekend, and we're getting the MBT wheels on, and we are making a 4-door out of the Impala. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.